All right, so I'll give you a second to read through this example, and then I'll run through the different questions. Okay, so part A says, why will we be creating a two sample t interval for this and not finding the difference like we did in the last lesson? Okay, between coffee and minus no coffee, and using a one sample t interval instead. Okay, think about it. Try to see if you can figure it out. Okay. All right, well, this comes down to how things would be paired up. Okay, there was no like pairings going on. So the pairing of coffee versus non-coffee is not a matched pair design. Okay, so there's 10 women got the coffee treatment, and 10 women got the non-coffee treatment. Okay, so the data was not paired up in any meaningful way. Okay, so not going to be a difference between the coffee versus no coffee. Okay, so now let's actually construct our interval. Okay, so you remember you should write out your mean. So there we go. For my mu1, I'm using the mean percent change in polyphenol levels for coffee drinkers, and then mu2 is going to be the same thing for our non-coffee drinkers. Okay, so we're going to be using a t-test with a 90% confidence interval. Put that inverse t into our calculator, we're going to get a t star of 1.83. Okay, and then let's look at our two samples. N1 is 10 with an x bar of 5.19. Again, using one variable stats to find this. Standard deviation is 2.57, and then N2 was also 10 with a mean of 0.45 and a standard deviation of 2.685. Okay, which means our degrees of freedom, and we're going to take the smaller of the two. Okay, both of these are 10, so it's pretty easy. The degrees of freedom is going to be 9. Okay, so next up, we've got our conditions. Okay, and random, so subjects were randomly assigned. Okay, and then for our normal, because N1 was less than 30 and N2 was less than 30, we graph. Okay, and I've already got the graphs there for you. So graphs show no outliers or strong skewness. Okay, so proceed with the procedures. Okay, so now again, we haven't done this quite yet, but this is a new inference. This is a two sample t interval for means, okay, which uses that long formula from the last page, x bar 1 minus x bar 2 plus minus t star times s squared 1, or s1 squared over n1 plus s2 squared over n2. Okay. We plug everything in. We get 5.19 minus 0.45 plus minus t star times 2.57 squared over 10 plus 2.685 squared over 10. Okay, which gives us 4.74 plus or minus 2.151, or as an actual interval, 2.589 to 6.891. Okay, so conclusion. So we are 90% confident that the true mean difference in polyphenol and coffee minus no coffee is between 2.589 and 6.891. Okay, so part C says, does the interval suggest that coffee is more effective at producing polyphenols? Okay, so explain. All right, so think about our interval. Okay, if the difference showed that there was no difference, then 0 would be somewhere in this interval. But because 0 is not, so because the interval of the difference does not include 0, it does suggest that coffee is more effective at producing polyphenols. All right, so there you go. That is all the notes for today. Go ahead and start working on the homework. And have a great day, guys. I'll see you.